date with fate. It's coming. Nothing can stop it. There's no way to avoid Archie's date with fate.
What happens when you take Groundhog's Day and you rip all the fun out of it? Well, the first episode of the time travel three-parter begins as Dilton has begun tinkering with time travel and has built a device. Archie tests it, but it doesn't work. Being called to see the principal, we see our villain for the next 3 episodes, though not sure if he's really much of one, since his reason for doing what he does is...
Oh, you're not in trouble, Archie. Not like Finney Wells here, who broke into 20 school lockers this morning.
But dude, I needed money for nachos at Pop Tate's tonight.
Archie learns that he's been offered a scholarship in journalism. Yeah, right. Though it's in Europe. Which is a minor plot thread across all 3 episodes, with him trying to decide. Of course, we know he'll never say yes, and it's not really ever made super important, so it's best just to forget about it. As Archie attempts to make his decision about the scholarship, he goes on a date with Veronica, only to have Dilton appear and say that he's fixed the time travel device, which is immediately stolen by Vinny because Dilton is an idiot. Though how he knew what the device looks like and immediately knows how to work it is, as usual, lazy writing for this show. The episode continues to go round and round the same day, with Archie seeking to improve it all for himself. Of course, he doesn't question why it keeps repeating for some time, and just takes advantage, which makes him a bit of a selfish asshole. So yeah, that's a good move, show. With Dilton's help, Archie realises the new time travel device was stolen, which he already knew, and is only being spared its effects because he used the old device, which I'll give credit does make sense in a sci-fi sort of way. Hiding outside, Archie watches Vinny rob Dilton, instead of stopping him, which he entirely could have done, thus stopping everything from happening. Though this may have created a paradox and destroyed reality, but hell, in comparison to this, I'm fine with that. Archie follows Vinny and finds him trying to break into a bank with what appears to be a hand-crank drill. There are so many levels of stupid in that sentence, I think my brain just broke. This you then learn he has been constantly attempting to do, never once realising that he keeps failing at it. I thought the demon who climbed back into his prison was dumb, but you, sir, you are the absolute pinnacle of stupid-ass villains that this show has produced. Archie takes the device from Vinny and resets time to a minute before he got there, which makes Vinny be caught by the one cop who came to the bank. This also changes it from night to day in a short space of time because someone clearly wasn't paying attention to continuity. The episode ends with Vinny swearing he will get revenge, which he will in the next episode, and it's just as stupid. Beside the idiocy of our supposed villain, this episode is just generically bland. It does nothing new but carries all the same trudged over tropes from start to finish. Also, the time frame for the device being stolen and then used makes no sense, as it happens immediately after it's taken. There should have been at least a little while before it would be used to reset Vinny's break-in. This episode might have stood well on its own without the villain and scholarship subplot, but because it's supposed to be a section of a trilogy, it has to have that taken into account here. Which means that it's pretty poor, since it sets up so little until the very end. If you're going to link episodes, it needs to be with a little more creativity than the villain swearing revenge in the last minute of the first part. Also, Vinny's a weak villain. There's little to him but the usual one-dimensional fare this show thrives upon using. So, maybe the writers should go back in time and start again to stop this episode's placement at number 6.